Welcome back, yada yada, STRIVECast.
Season 3, episode 32.
Yay! Welcome back, everybody, to the STRIVECast. Let's introduce ourselves.
NPT for life.
Noel PT for life. Welcome back, Noel. Who's our other host?
Perry Golden Island. Jeff Golden Island.
Harry the platypus.
Who's Henry? All right. Jeff, are you here with us today?
Yes, I am.
Nice to see you. Glad that you are here and smiling. Sound and video engineer, want to introduce yourself?
I am Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
Ryan, thanks for being here. Producer Susie, you want to introduce yourself?
Of course. Producer Susie in the house.
Yeah.
And beyond me, my girl Whitney. She is a producer, co-host.
We should maybe start letting Whitney introduce herself, let her have some autonomy on the podcast,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Whitney.
Hi.
Glad you're here. Co-traffic controller, want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Pete. Thanks for tuning into the STRIVEcast. Buckle up.
Howdy, Pete, and I'm Olivia, and the gang's all here. We're so excited to interview our old and great friend, Mike Lamberti, former Strive employee, now current Strive volunteer, and now owner of Proper Chop Woodworking, where he makes all sorts of cool stuff. He's a really talented woodworker, and we're going to ask him all sorts of questions about what he likes to make. So can't wait to chat with Mike, right, guys?
You bet, girl.
Right. Well, is there anything else we want to talk about in the intro, or should we get this show on the road?
Get the show on the sailing.
Get this show on the sailing. All right. Then, Jeff, you know what to say to take us to break.
We'll be right back.
Please welcome Mike Lamberti. Yay!
Everybody,
Welcome.
thank you guys so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the STRIVECast.
We're getting right into it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Go ahead.
When did you get into
Woodworking.
woodworking?
Yeah, so I would say I really got into it about 5 years ago when I moved to Maine, but woodworking has been a part of my family for generations. My grandfather was actually the head carpenter of the city of White Plains, New York, where I was born, and my father taught me a lot about functional carpentry, and mostly like from a home building and home working perspective. He did a lot of house projects that I helped a lot with and stuff. So it's in my blood. But yeah, really about 5 years ago when I moved here, I just fell in love with the creator culture that is so ingrained in Maine. And it really just took off from there.
All right. Jeff, you got the next one.
How did you come up with the name Proper Chop?
Yeah, so that's actually a longer story than it should be. A long story short, my fiance and I had just been thinking about different names for over a year. For the most part, I was running, selling things just through my regular Instagram profile. Every once in a while, I would just throw something up on there to sell, or something that I had already sold, and people just kind of knew to hit me up on there for things. But it got to a point where I wanted to make it a little bit more official, so we started thinking about names. And I'm a little extra sometimes. I like to think of, I really wanted the name to actually have some meaning. And I think every woodworking or carpentry project all starts with the first cut. And your first cut or first chop in this instance really sets up the rest of your project. And, you know, that first cut is so important to the success of that project. So I came up with the name Proper Chop, among many other words or many other names that had chop in it. So Proper Chop is what we landed on about 2 years into thinking about it. And that's, yeah, that's where that came from.
Nice. Well, glad that it stuck. We think it's a great name.
I love it. It's got that zing that I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Easy to remember too.
Yeah.
All right, Noel, back over to you.
What has been your favorite type of items to make?
Yeah, so I would say my favorite item is probably the one that really started it all, which is the driftwood lamp. Olivia is a big fan of those and a big supporter of my lamp making. So shout out to you, Olivia. I appreciate all of your support. Lamp making in general was really fun for me. So that's probably my favorite thing to make. I love anything new, and you know, looking up a YouTube video and finding like just a random new thing to make just for fun from a hobby standpoint. But lamps are really the bread and butter of things that sell, and particularly driftwood lamps.
Do it. Have many
We do
Proper
one
Chop originals.
Yeah,
Because Mike donates a lot of
do.
items to our auction. So if you're
Yeah.
interested, maybe this year you can find some other cool things for Mike in
Absolutely.
annual auction.
I love making stuff for the Strive auction. It's my favorite time of the year. Come up with a new idea, and I did a couple driftwood lamps last year, and yeah, super fun.
And a gin bottle lamp that is
Gin
now
bottle.
resides in my home.
That's right. I always forget about the former liquor bottle lamps that I make and stuff. And yeah,
I guess not as much woodworking involved, but still very
very
cool.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's more of a making thing.
Yeah. All right. So now, Jeff, back to you, right?
What is the hardest type of item to make?
Yeah. So the type of woodworking I've had the most trouble with is also the most rewarding. It's wood carving, particularly spoons. I really thought that would just be like a super simple, you know, take a whittling knife to a piece of wood and carve, but it is a lot harder than I ever expected. There's a whole culture of wood carving that, you know, there's a separate culture of woodworkers who just use hand tools, no power tools or anything. And then there's another subculture of people who just do wood carving, and they just use those types of hand tools. And even further on an even more of a micro level are people who solely carve spoons for a living. There are people who just sell like 1 to 2 types of spoons for a whole living. And it's something that I always wanted to get into wood carving. And I did a little bit of research and just found this massive culture on Instagram of, like I said, people just carving wood, and sometimes in some cases just carving one type of thing. So you know, spoons and wood carving is really tough. You got to like pay attention to the way that the grain wants you to cut the wood. You want like you want a hard wood to use so that it's not too porous and like bacteria can't get in there when you're using like, for instance, a cooking spoon. But you also want a soft enough wood to carve. So there really is only a few types of woods that are the best case scenario for that. And yeah, it's really tricky. It's really intricate work, but it's really rewarding.
Yeah.
Once you finish like a set. So
Nice. Well, hopefully you'll have a set for sale soon, and we
absolutely
can see it in action.
It will take a really long time, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Noel, back to you, Grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
Oh, good. What's your next question?
What is something you'd like to get better at making?
Yeah.
Just did that one right? Or no? No, we didn't. Okay, sorry. Go for
No,
it.
yeah,
All right.
that's a really good question. There's, like I said, I love taking on like a brand new project, as stressful as it is, you know, like not knowing what the end result could be, something that I've never done before. But most recently I got into like wooden ring making, and it would have a copper core, like a metal core. I actually have a couple here that my mistakes that I like to keep around just to remind myself. So you can see like this is a ring that I've made, and it has that metal core in there, and then it's got this cool wood design.
Oh,
It's kind of hard to see in the picture, but there's a lot of mistakes and a lot of splits and cracks in the wood. That like wood carving is very intricate, detailed work, and like one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And I kind of developed a method for now that works well with me. I don't have a lathe, which is like a really important tool for something like that small to work with. But that's the hope, to eventually, you know, fund one of those and keep up my tool repertoire. But ring making is it's really tough, and something that I want to get into a lot more, because especially on Etsy, those things sell really well. And I was able to make my wedding band. So this is actually, it's very similar looking to that one. And this is going to be my wedding band.
Very cool.
We'll see how long it lasts, because I've heard that they break after a couple of years, but maybe I'll retire them and just keep making one every year or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can renew your vows every year.
Yeah, exactly. Every single year.
Every year. All right, Noel, back to you with the last question.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, sorry. I'm clearly off my questions game today. Then I think that was the last. Oh, no, Jeff has one more. Jeff has a very important one. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, thank you, Olivia.
You're
How can people reach out to you for orders?
Yeah, there's a couple ways. I run mostly on my Instagram. I don't really use Facebook too often, but that's something that I want to build a platform on there as well for Proper Chop. But my Instagram handle, if you have an Instagram, is at Proper Chop Woodworking, and you can direct message me from there. If you I mostly do custom orders. That's my favorite thing. But if there's something that you see kind of on my portfolio, something that I've made in the past, feel free to reach out, and I would love to make another version, you know, specific for you. When it comes to driftwood lamps and stuff, it's really fun because I get to you know, work with you and let you pick out the piece of driftwood that you want to become your lamp. So things like that, feel free to reach out to me for custom orders. Also, you can message me email me at theproperchop@gmail.com.
And Ryan will make that magically appear on the bottom of the screen.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
All right, so now I'm not misleading anyone anymore. Now, Mike, it is time for what, guys? Time for the
Lightning round.
lightning round.
Lightning round. Lightning round.
All right, Jeff goes first in the lightning round. Let's hear it.
Right, go ahead, Jeff.
Mike, fish or a boat?
Fish or a boat, Mike?
I'm going to go with a boat.
Boat. Good answer.
Noel.
How about a chapter book or a picture book?
Picture book. Hands down. That was easy. Picture book.
Susie.
Lake or sea?
Ooh, lake or sea?
I'm gonna go lake. I love the quiet of a lake house.
Jeff.
Ice cream or seafood?
Age old combo.
I'm gonna go ice cream on that one. Ice cream.
Nice.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Noel.
What about What's your favorite brand of a hat?
Ooh. Oh man, I love brewery hats. This guy is this is Oxbow. So I know that's not a brand, but I have like as many hats from as many breweries as I can.
Ew.
Ah,
Collected. All right, Susie, last lightning round question. Bring it home.
Big restaurant.
Ooh, favorite
Ooh.
restaurant. Such a good one.
That's a really tough one because I love the foodie culture in Portland. I'm gonna go Black Cow right now in Portland. Yeah, Black Cow, great. I get their grilled cheese, which sounds super simple, but they make a really good grilled cheese and really good French fries as well.
Nice. And Ryan, do you want to do the actual last one?
Actual last question.
And tell us your best joke.
Oh man.
Stumper every time.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
if I think of a good wood joke.
I was just trying to think of that. Like, is there a funny woodworkers joke?
Oh,
or
I've thought of a couple dad jokes that are like about wood related.
You want to tell him, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, what do you got?
Let's see.
I got
I'm
nothing.
just pulling up really quick. I almost think I know.
All right, while he's doing that, Jeff or Noel, you got a wood knock
yes,
joke?
I've had Tom Bundy.
Tom Bundy? Go for it.
Knock.
Who's there?
Wood.
Wood who?
A woodchuck and a woodchuck wood.
Why? How is that about Tom Bundy?
Love it.
Because he would chop down the tree if the woodpecker didn't get
Or
it.
the woodchuck.
Or the woodchuck didn't get it.
I actually have. It's not really a joke, but it's a saying. I see, said the blind carpenter as he grabbed his hammer and saw.
Ooh.
Get it?
It is no.
I just
But
Are
that
you
wouldn't
ready?
work.
yeah.
Got it?
That wouldn't work.
That wouldn't work.
That one-
It wouldn't work.
It is
Instead of wouldn't, it's wouldn't.
Oof.
No, that was a stumper. Sure, a stumper.
Or
You have one more, Ryan?
Unintended on the
I
stumper.
think.
That's
I mean,
the
I
last
think
one,
we're
Ryan.
relatively close there. I mean, there's a ton of funny dad jokes that have to do with the wood or carpenter jokes in that as well. But
That joke, whether it has to do with woodworking or carpentry or not.
Absolutely.
I've seen a number of funny ones. It's amazing.
Totally.
All right. Well, Mike, those I promise were all of our questions for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on this DriveCast. It's great to see you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Huge honor. Big fan of you guys, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. We'll
Thanks,
see you
Mike.
soon, Mike. Thank you. All
Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
right, Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
DriveCast is brought to you by
The Strive Rock supporters.
Brought to you by everyone who supported our Strive Rocks 2021 efforts this year. Whitney, want to tell everyone how much we were able to raise?
Yeah, so as hopefully all of you know, we had our big event, Strive Rocks, last Friday into Saturday, and we stayed up for 12 full hours on Zoom doing so many fun things. Yes, we did a lot of dancing, and at the end of the night, or I guess in the early hours of the morning, we revealed our grand total, which was now over $106,000.
Now over
Wow.
107.
So thank you
Yay!
that supported Strive here. We are just so grateful for all of your support, and all of that money is going to go right back into our Strive program so we can keep doing things like this.
Wow.
Wow.
So thank you to our Strive Rocks supporters. And Jeff, you know what to say. We'll be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back and it's time for
Susie's Cues.
your theme song.
Susie Cues. Susie Cues. Everyone likes Susie Cues. Yeah.
I feel like the song was in slow motion today.
Oh, a little slow jam today. Susie, what are the cues about today?
Pickles.
Pickles, everyone's favorite topic. All right, Pete, you want to give us a leaderboard update?
I sure do. It is getting close. Here we go. Whitney with 53.5 points is in the lead, followed closely behind by Ryan with 52, Jeff with 51, Noel with 50, Susie with 49, and Olivia with 46. It's anybody's ball game here at Susie's Cues.
Hey,
That's
well, we're
right. Susie just
excited.
batted out of the park, I think.
All right, we're excited for pickle trivia today, Susie. Let's get started.
Okay. This is true in false, Rose.
Hey, guys.
And my favorite four guys. Okay, pickles are a healthy vegetable snack. Is that true or false?
All right. Pickles are a healthy vegetable snack. True or false? As always, we'll start with the ladies, and it's Susie's game. So let's start with her. Susie.
Think, bro. Okay, I think it is true.
True.
Okay.
True all the way. All right. Whitney.
I think it is true as well.
Okay. Olivia.
True as well.
The ladies are all in it true. Let's start with Jeff today.
Okay, Pete. I think I'm gonna go with true because I know about pickles and I know they're really healthy and sweet.
We will find out. Noel.
True.
True. Okay. Ryan.
True.
All right. Well, we're off to a great start because that is false. No points for
Oh.
anybody. Sorry.
Oh.
Maybe all that sodium in the vinegar.
Technically, pickles are a
Yeah.
fruit because they are made from cucumbers, and because cucumbers grow from flowers and contain seeds, they are botanically a fruit.
So technically,
No point.
cucumbers are fruit. Wow.
Cucumbers are a fruit, which
Wow.
therefore apparently makes pickles also a fruit.
I guess
You
pumpkin
learn something
pickles.
every day on the screen.
Wow.
That's right. So we're off to a great start. No points.
No points. Let's
Question
go to Q2,
numero
Suze.
dos.
Better luck this
You
time.
too. Drinking pickle juice will relieve cramps faster than just plain water.
Okay, is that true or false? Question for the guys this time. Drinking pickle juice will relieve a cramp faster than just plain water. True or false? We're going to start with Noel on this
Oh,
one.
who looks very confused.
I think it's true.
You're going to go with true. Okay, Ryan?
False.
Okay, Ryan goes false. Noel goes true. Jeff?
Pete, I'm gonna go with true. I'm gonna go with true. Locked in.
Okay, so Noel and Jeff at true. Ryan with false. Whitney?
Let's say true.
Okay. Susie?
I think it's true also.
And Olivia?
We'll also say true.
Okay, so everybody is true except for Ryan.
Yep.
And Ryan, I'm sorry to say that one is actually true. In fact, it will relieve a cramp 37% faster than just drinking water. So if you get a cramp, get out and chug that pickle juice. Probably don't try that at home, actually, but in theory, it works.
We
So,
do.
you do? You chug the pickle?
Yes.
That's good.
I don't know if that's true. Are you telling the truth?
Yes, I am. Brad. Come on, you know that.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Let's go to cue number 3 for the ladies.
Cue number 3. In parts of South
KoolAid.
KoolAid pickles are very popular. with kids. Is
Wow.
that true?
All right. In parts of the South, KoolAid Pickles are very popular with kids. Is that true or is that disgusting? Olivia, you can start.
KoolAid Pickles, that's what it is?
KoolAid
Yes.
Pickles are very popular in the South. True or
So like Kool-Aid drink flavored like pickle juice?
The question is, in parts of the
This
South,
kind of thing, but it's
KoolAid
pickle juice.
Pickles are very popular with kids.
I'll go with true. Who
Okay.
knows?
Susie?
I think it's false.
Okay.
Okay.
Whitney?
My gut is telling me true.
Okay. 2 trues and a false. Ryan?
True.
Okay. True. Jeff?
Pete, I'm gonna say true.
Okay. And Noel?
Two.
True. Okay. So everybody's true except Susie. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And this one is true.
Mm.
You cut a pickle in half.
Oh.
Listen, if you want to make this at home, you cut a pickle in half and soak them in strong Kool-Aid for more than a week, and then they sell out at fairs and delicatessens.
Oh, so
Somebody
it's the
try
pickle
that.
itself. Fascinating.
Somebody try
And I
that.
think pickles
and
itself
report
are a
back.
popular southern thing as well.
Somebody try that. and
I didn't
I'll
know
put
about the
that on
Kool-Aid
next
one.
week's
That's cool.
Show.
Yeah, let us know at STRIVECast@pslstrive.org. Subject, Kool-Aid pickle.
Yes. And if it's gross, that's okay. If you get sick, don't reply.
Right.
All right. Question 4.
Number 4. This is not a true or false, right, Mom?
Right. Not true or false.
Not true or false.
So Susie, should we make this one worth extra points?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Let's make this one worth 3 points.
3 points.
Okay.
Like 3 points for Strive.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
For the strive.
All right. Here we go.
Guess how many
Pounds?
pounds of pickles the average American eats in a year?
Okay. How many pounds of pickles does the average American eat in a year? And I will give you that this answer is in a range from within a half a pound. Okay. So from, 100 to 100.5, for example, pounds. That is not it. That would be a lot of pickles. So, or is it? All right. So it's up to the gentleman to go first. For 3
Okay.
points, how many pickles does the average American eat? Noel.
I think I have a cup.
1/2 cup. Okay, so less than 1/2 pound. All right, Jeff.
I say I say 1/4 of a pound.
1/4 of a pound. Okay. Ryan.
33.5 pounds.
33.5.
And that's in a
pounds.
year.
Okay. Yeah, in a year. Yep. Whitney.
I say 20 pounds.
Okay. Susie.
I think 30.
Okay. And Olivia.
So 12.
Okay. No one has got it exactly right. For that matter, nobody's super close. Let's go again for 2 points. One more guess if you'd like.
Yeah.
Noel? Noel?
How about 1.3?
1.3.
That's actually a lot
pounds.
less than the other guesses, though.
Yep.
Oh.
Jeff?
Pete, I'm gonna say 1/4 of a pound.
Okay. 1/2 pound. All right. Ryan?
I would go with 52.5.
Okay. Susie?
I believe that I'm gonna guess 3.45.
3.45 pounds. Okay. Whitney?
I'm going to say 8.
Olivia?
I feel like it can't be that many. 6.
Okay. No one has got it, but someone is close. So should we go one more time for 1 point, or should we just say no? Or should we give that person a point? Up to
Susie.
Susie, it's
you
your
wanna choose?
cues. What do you say? One more round?
One more round.
Okay, for 1 point. One person is close. They are within half a pound.
That
Yeah.
be me.
Well, we'll see. We don't know. All right, let's go again. Let's go reverse order this time. Olivia?
5.
Okay. Suze?
4.
Okay. Whit?
7.
Ryan?
3.7 pounds.
Okay. Jeff?
1.50 pounds.
1.5. Okay. And Noel?
I'm the last one.
Yep.
It is 1.14.
1.14 pounds. I'm sorry to say no one has gotten it. Whitney was the closest with her last guess with 8. It's actually between 8.5 and 9 pounds per year, according to the Department of Agriculture. So that is a lot of pickles, I feel like.
is.
So I'm sorry to say no points for that, but there we go.
That is nasty. Was that the last question, or is there one more?
Last
That-
question.
The last question.
All right. Well, Susie, do you want to sing us your outro while Pete tallies up today's scores?
Not a lot of math to do today, so
Sure thing.
All right. Well, sing us out.
Susie Q. Susie Q. Everyone like Susie Q's and go to Whitney.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Pete, how are we looking today?
here we go. All right, Whitney with 55.5.
Ooh, that's good.
Ryan and Jeff with 53 each in second place. Noel with 52. Susie with 50. And Olivia with 48. Close on her heels. Boom.
All
Still
right.
anybody's guess.
Another great
Wonderful.
round, guys, of Susie's Cues. You learn something new every day on this podcast, right, Susie?
8.5 pounds of pickles a year.
That's right.
I would go with the over for that. I think I could do more than that.
Ew. All right. Well, then another great round in the books. And Jeff, you know what to say.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for.
Ask Jeffy.
Whoa! We finally got him to say it today. Awesome.
My segment. Yeah.
My segment.
My
All
segment.
right. Pete, who wrote to Jeff today?
Today we have an email from Sasha from Portland, and
Sasha.
Sasha writes, interesting question. I'm just anxious to hear Jeff's answer. Sasha writes, Dear Jeff, would you shave both of your parents' heads for $2,000? Love the show, Sasha.
All of us thought.
Thank you, Sasha. I would not do that.
You would not do it for $2,000?
No.
What about for $20,000?
Nope.
$200,000.
Nope.
$2 million.
Nope.
Ooh, any price?
What if your parents wanted you to shave their heads for the money?
You could
Do
buy
it
them a
then?
nice
Like,
wig.
do you want to give it to them or something? Like, get money for them?
All right, how about
Yeah.
this? Would you shave your own head for $2,000?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
See, I would have answered the opposite. I wouldn't shave my own head, but I'd shave someone else's.
You shave your parents' heads for $2,000?
Totally. Yeah.
I shaved mine
Is this
for
like
that.
you're shaving their head without them knowing it, like in the middle of the night or something? What? How?
Have your permission.
Oh, good question. Would that be a different answer?
April Fool's joke.
You shave your parents' heads for an April Fool's joke while they're sleeping. Would you do that for $2,000?
That sounds like a risky thing.
That's yeah, I agree. That could have a
I think my
bad.
parents would really be mad if I tried
not.
to.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
Pete
rough
did
one.
feet.
Oh, so I do that just to get money from it, but also make them mad in the near term.
Yeah, is $2,000 enough? I don't know.
Um,
Anybody do it?
I want to
Noel,
do it for
would
$1 million.
Noel, how about you? Would you do it? $2,000?
No.
No. Susie?
No.
All right. How about anybody do it for 20,000?
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Pete?
I don't think I would do it for 2,000. 20,000 starts to get a little more interesting.
Mhm.
I would shave my own for probably 2,000. If I could leave, I don't know about bald. If I could leave it like Ryan's length, maybe I would do it. But
What about if I gain a Russian to scare my parents?
if you did what with a Russian to your parents?
When they're sleeping in bed, I will find a Russian from Russia,
Good
and
place to find a Russian.
he can wake them up while they sleep.
Do it just
What?
that's Russian to wake your parents up?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Huh.
For 2,000.
I wouldn't do it.
Huh. Trying to think. There's got to be a dad joke there but I can't take advantage of it today. I can't think of it.
Need to
Something
sleep
Russian.
for a few more days on it.
Oh, you.
Okay.
Well,
All right. So Jeff, you would not do it for your parents, but you might do it for yourself.
Yes. I do love my hair, but I probably do that. But
All right. Would you do it for one of the Jonas Brothers for $2,000? Would you shave their heads?
if it's yeah.
How about Nick Carter?
No.
Oh,
You get to see Nick Carter though.
Because I think at one time when Nick Carter, he didn't have any hair. One video,
He didn't look good.
he had no hair for one video. It was on the Never Gone album.
Hmm.
It was a music video.
Good to know.
All right. Well, we appreciate Sasha from Portland for writing in. And if you'd like to send a question in to Jeff for his segment, send it to us at STRIVECast at pslstrive.org. And the whole gang will answer your questions, silly, serious, or somewhere in between. Thanks.
right. Jeff, you know what to say.
We'll be right back.
Noah G, poetry, Noah G, open the door, Noah G. When you take me upon the fire, I will give you a husband tire. If you sent me home by a fire, don't come in, don't get burned, don't lost your hat, but let the big bad wolf burn. The end.
Whoa. First of all, snaps for Jeff. For Noel. Great poem.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of imagery happening in that. We've got some fire. We've maybe got some Little Red Riding Hood going on with the big bad wolf. Can you tell us about what this poem means?
Because he almost caught on fire with the little pig.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then about the hat was the monkey in the tree story.
From an older poem that you've told, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're connecting some older Noel tree poems here with the monkey in the tree from several weeks ago, of course.
I like that the poems have become songs.
Yes, me as well. My favorite line was "Don't lose your hat."
Oh yeah, I kind of like that too.
Yeah,
It's
me and
all
Jeff are
hat
into
and
that.
fire and
Oh, Jeff's listening. Amazing.
oh yeah.
All right.
I love when he did that. When you feel like in jail up the hill.
Yeah, that was a good poem he told too a couple weeks ago with that one. Noel, is there anything else you want to say about your poem?
It was a beautiful poem.
I liked
Now
it when
it
the
is.
guy danced at the anniversary party.
All right. Well, we've got some things to work out off air here. Noel, anything else? You ready to wrap up your segment?
All done?
All right, then Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
DriveCast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners like who, Ryan?
Lisa Flynn.
Lisa Flynn. Shout out to Lisa, our listener of the week. Thanks for listening, Lisa. All right, guys?
You know it.
Thanks for
Right.
listening.
All right, Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
We're back and it's time to do what?
Wrap it up.
Time to
Wrap it up.
wrap
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Oh yeah, let's do wrap it up.
a nice
yeah.
and
Oh yeah,
simple
let's wrap
artificial.
it up.
That was the
Yeah.
most enthusiasm you guys have given to the wrap it up all season long.
Were you
so
saying
I
ham and
love it.
cheese, Noel, or something?
A ham and cheese and a piece of wrap.
That sounds
Wrap
great.
it up.
With
It could be
8.5
Joe's,
pounds of pickles.
Could be Joe's wrap. Joe's sandwich.
Yeah, Joe's wrap, Ryan. Nice.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or
Both
both.
are having the burritos, but
Yeah.
Joe's makes some awesome sandwiches.
That's correct.
Different, Pete. Those are different.
Maybe that's
So-
Joe's brother Joe.
All right. We want to thank our friend Mike Lamberti so much for coming on the pod. Again, you check out Proper Chop Woodworking on his social media channels or email him for any custom orders. I have 2 Mike Lamberti originals in my home and they are perfect. So thank you
Oh.
to Mike for joining us. Thank you to Ryan, our sound and video engineer, for putting the show together each and every week. You know we couldn't do it without you. Producing team of Whitney and Susie for helping keep this show on the road.
Let's
And you know what we should do, Pete? Once in a while, we should thank our host, Jeff and Noel, for all the enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Program.
Yeah.
Again, we just want to thank everybody who supported Strive Rocks 2021. Again, we were able to raise now over $107,000 through the efforts this year. So just can't thank everybody who was involved in one way or another enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're already excited for Strive Rocks 2022, but going to take a couple more naps before we start to plan that. Anything else, you guys? We ready to wrap it up for this Tuesday?
That's right.
That's right. All
I'll
right.
lift it up.
We will see everyone next week. Bye, listeners and viewers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.